Oh my god. Okay, so I just facepalm. I just almost recorded a whole video that I'm recording now, finally. But instead I just took a picture, and I kept talking after the picture was taken. Oh my god. Okay, so I have to do this all over again. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am now your Friday host for the Paganperspective, and I'll be doing videos every Friday of the week, except, of course, for Subs Week. And I will no longer be doing videos for Subs Week. I'll be doing it just every other week. And this week's topic is Satanism. And I first wanted to start off by saying, again, since I have to read you this video, that I have a huge honor for Satanists, and I have a personal connection with Satanists on many different levels. And it's not because I'm a Satanist, it's because I guess I follow the left-handed path to some extent. I'm still a Wiccan, so mine would be, I guess, kind of like Annie said, mine is very much so balanced, but mine is probably not as balanced as hers is because I do kind of lean towards the darkness. And as a vampire, I can also connect to them on this level because that is another reason why I lean towards the darkness. It's not the sole reason, of course, but it is one of the reasons that I do. And also, as a vampire, I can understand how so many people are like, why do you call yourself a vampire? Why not call yourself something different? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? And I can understand not wanting to change the name of what you are, because that's what you are, despite whatever people's opinions on you calling yourself such may be. You are what you are, and you're not going to change that unless you want to or decide to. In some cases it can't be changed, such as like sexuality and such like that. But anyway, I can understand the whole them not wanting to change their name thing. And they do not want to change their name because, hello, they're Satanist. That's what they are. Even if they are the type of Satanist who doesn't necessarily worship the devil in the way that you are thinking that they do, they are still a Satanist. They hold true to the images of Satan. And I really hope my parents see this video. That would be wonderful. But to them, this is what Satan seems to be. And again, correct me if I'm wrong in any part of this video, because none of us on the channel, it seems like, are actually Satanist. Some of us may follow a dark path, but none of us seem to actually be Satanists, so we're not going to know as much as an actual Satanist, obviously. But it seems like a Satanist view of Satan, the devil, is the questioner. He is the rebel. He is the person who isn't afraid to stand up to the authority and say, hey, why are we doing this a certain way? I'm just curious. And he is the explorer. He is the adventurer. He is the person who isn't afraid to do his own rules that make sense to him and not be brainwashed into doing whatever society or people or religion or anything tells him to do. And so I can very much connect to that. That is outstanding. That is outstanding tributes to have, actually. I very much connect with that spiritual belief of this, except there are things that Satanists believe that I don't believe, which of course is why I'm not a Satanist, but this does not make them any more wrong or different or weird or creepy to me. Everybody has their own path, and everybody has their own life and their own way to spiritual growth that they need to follow. And there's so many good lessons from Satanism, but there's also some that I personally don't agree with. They seem to dwell very much so in revenge, anger, greed, guilt, sorrow, and depression, because they say it is very much so a part of normal human existence. It's not something that should be feared or run away from. It's something that should be experienced and faced head on. And that makes a lot of sense to me, but I just don't connect it with the revenge, seeking revenge, casting curses on people because of something that I would personally consider trivial, but a Satanist, on the other hand, might consider, I have to cast a curse on this person because they did something wrong to me, and I have to be the enactor of karmic balance. Although some Satanists don't even practice witchcraft, but to the ones that do, they usually seem to be a lot more lenient about doing curses than I would be, but to each their own devices, of course. Something that I really like about Satanism is their sexual freedom and their fetishes that they explore. They find sexuality and the human image and the human body to be something that we were put on this earth to explore for the very reason of we were put on this earth to explore guilt, depression, and rage, and anger, and revenge, and sexuality, and sex, and pleasure, and life, and things like that. That's what they believe, and I love that belief. I don't believe with all of it, like I've said repeatedly now, but I love it. I respect that. I think that is amazing. I love their sexual freedom. I love how they tie sex into some of their rituals. I love how a Satanist parent would probably be much more likely to go up to their child and say, hey, you need to be masturbating, or something, something really sexually taboo that most parents wouldn't have the guts to say to their children, that I feel is actually true still. And so, are these people evil? Of course not. Are these people pagans? Yeah. Are these people... What was some of the other questions? Oh, the mistreated in the pagan community. Yes, they are mistreated in the pagan community, just like we vampires sometimes are. People react to psychic vampires almost in a similar way that they react to Satanists. They throw up their psychic shields, and they're like, I shouldn't talk to this person. This person's weird. This person's creepy. This person could curse me. This person could whatever. And but people never talk about the blessings. They always talk about the scary things, the harmful things. You only see harmful, terrible things on the news, usually. We don't see a lot of good news. And people seem to ignore the good things of Satanism and only focus on the bad. And like countless of other people on this channel have said, the only way that we can fix this problem is to inform people of their ignorance on the subject. Whenever you hear somebody mention something about, oh, Satanists are bad people, Satanists are weird, Satanists are creepy, or something along those lines, correct them. You don't have to do so in a rude way, of course. Just be like, well, hey, I was actually watching this thing, you can make it up. Even, just, if you tell them you were watching a documentary or something, they're probably more likely to believe it, or I don't know. But say something, and then be like, they're actually this, they believe in questioning, they believe in anarchy, they believe in exploring yourself and things like that. And part of the reason that I think the pagans and Satanists kind of clash heads is because Satanism is slightly against most pagan beliefs. It's against any kind of religion almost, in the sense that most other religions are all about controlling our anger, controlling our emotions, balance and harmony, and things like that, where Satanism is all about not controlling our anger. It's about expressing our anger. It's about expressing our guilt. It's about enacting acts that seek revenge, while other religions tend to drift away from such things. And that's why I feel like the clash is there, because we almost feel personally attacked by it, but we're not, so get over it. I'm running out of time. The ticker's going blah blah blah, so I'll talk to you guys later. You Satanist, peace. Bye.